Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, we're looking at expanding and simplifying brackets. I hope I haven't put too many questions on the page. We are using the 27-inch monitor, so we got a nice big screen to work on. Let's have a look how we do this. Let's get to a brush. Okie dokie, let's use orange. Now, expanding and simplifying. Simplifying actually means where necessary. So, first of all, when we look at this bracket, what does it read? It says 2, then brackets x plus 3. Mathematically, that means 2 lots of x plus 3, which means 2. Everything inside has to be multiplied by the number outside, which means double everything. So the way we show that, I just use little arrows, a little time sign, and an arrow, and a time sign. So what we're doing is, first of all, is 2 times by x. So let's just write that down. So we're writing down all of our steps. 2 times by x is the first part. Now, if you look carefully here, we have here, now 2 times by, what is this number here? Okay, nice. Now that's the common answer, 2 times by 3, but I want to put more emphasis on the, what do I put emphasis on? The plus. I want you to think of another 2 times by 3, but 2 times by plus 3, because when it is a minus and you miss out the minus, then it will become a mistake in the calculation. So let's simplify this first of all. 2 times by x. So this is what you done last week. Do you remember this? Yeah? 2 times by x, you just put them together. That's all you can do with them. Now, we have 2 times by 9. You will see now why this plus is very, very important. I'll put in red. Now, look at the question as a question. 2 times by plus 3. So what is 2 times by plus 3? And I'm emphasizing the plus because I want you to emphasize something in the answer. So 2 times by plus 3 will give us what? Plus 6. Beautiful. So the emphasis on the plus. Let's get the 6 back in the normal color. Now, remember, I'll do over here. 2 multiplied by plus 3 is plus 6. That plus there indicates, and that's already positive anyway. Yeah, so they're getting a plus 6 answer. Now, the reason why we say plus 6 is, if we didn't put the plus in here, what would happen? You just have 2x and a space and 6, and that's incorrect. You can't have the answer as 2x and a space and a 6. Yeah, it must be 2x, either plus 6 or minus 6. Yeah? Okay. So that was just a bit of extra bit over here at the bottom, like a little bubble. So our final answer for that question is 2x plus 6. Are we happy with that simple one? Okay, now. Last week we also did we do like x down by 2x is x cubed and stuff, yeah? X down by x squared, yeah? Sorry, what did I say? Okay. If you do x down by 2x, that becomes 2x squared and things like that, yeah? So, right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at this one. Let's change color for this one. We start with p. P, everything inside the bracket will have to be multiplied by p. So we just use little arrows to indicate that we're going to be multiplying them. So the first part is going to be p times by 3p. Right. Let me ask you this question again, and I'll give you a little clue. Here comes the special red ink. So when we do p times by this item here, what does it become? How do we say it? Is it p times by 7q? No, it's p times by minus 7q. The sign in front of the second part is absolutely important. If you miss it out, the question will not be correct. So we say the next part. Okay, let's get back to our green. So we say p, this same p outside, times by the special. Okay, minus. Okay, now let's start working them out. Now, what's p times by 3p? This is something you done last week. P times by 3p is only one number, 3. The 3 keep at the front. We have p times by p, that'll give us p squared. Remember, 2p and p squared are two different things. When you multiply a letter by itself, it doesn't become double it becomes p, becomes that letter squared. Now, here's the next bit. P times by minus 7q. That looks fun. That can be interpreted as minus 7 times by p times by So do the number first and the letters afterwards, yes? So let's now further simplify that. What will that give us? Well, the minus 7 stays as minus 7. So nothing to do with it. We can't simplify that with anything else. And the p times by q becomes minus 7p altogether. Lovely. So let's get back to our red ink here. And let's make that red. And that's red. You said to me minus 7 times by pq is equal to minus 7. So all of this gives you this. Copy down the 3p squared. And we have finished. So we've expanded the question and simplified it as well. Okay. Is that clear? All right, let's have a look at the next one. Let's change color again. So everything was outside has to be multiplied with everything inside. So we say first of all 2y times by what? 3y. And then what do? We do 2y times by what? What do we time by? Here comes the red. We time by plus 4x squared, yes? So the sign of the next item is very, very important. Plus, you must remember that you multiply by plus 4x squared. Now, let's do simplification. What's 2y times by 3y? That's the same as saying 2 times by 3 times by y, which we done last lesson. That gives us altogether 6y. 6y what? Y squared. Because y times by y is y squared. Now here, remember here, there's no sign here, is there? Look, there's no sign here. There's no sign here. There's no sign here. But the sign's going to come from the calculation. Look over here. The sign here will come from the calculation. So we have now 2 times by the 4 times by the y times by the x squared. And we can put the plus back into here if we like with the plus 4. So what is 2 times by plus 4? Plus 8. So here comes our plus. Let's go back to blue. So the 2 and 4, 8. And what's y times by x squared? Now remember, if you multiply different items, you don't simplify the indices. You can't. We just simply put them together. So y times by x squared becomes yx squared or x squared y if you put them in alphabetical order. Okay? You put them in alphabetical order. And we have finished our first page of examples. Are we happy with that? Yeah. So now we have some questions. Okay, let's see if we can bring these questions across. Let's just give me a second. Did you copy that down? Okay, can you see the questions here? What I would like you to do, I think I've brought the wrong page up. It should be that one. That's better. Right, so we are concentrating here at the moment on the questions on the left hand side, not these ones here. Not these ones. Not these ones, these ones. Right, let's have a start. Question number 1. What I'd like you to do for me on the please is don't do the questions that we've already done in the lesson. But from this section here, let's try question B, E. Okay, circle them. Okay, just indicate them. Question 1, B, and E. Just write it down. And then that's the question, right? And then try question 2. Okay, 2D. And then question 3D. Let's do those questions now. I'll pause the video.